Hi everyone, this video is for parents, and today I wanted to discuss a little more about behaviors and especially tantrums. One of the tools that I've found recently that has been very useful is something called Kimochis, which you can look it up online. And I'm going to use my iPad here to show you, but that's what it looks like. Let me see if I can get the screen to get that. Kimochis, Kimochis.com, and what I'm looking at right now is in particular this page where it talks about feelings, and it says all feelings are okay, all behaviors are not. And then we want to, the idea is to teach our children to name the emotion that they're feeling. For example, say or show the feeling with words. And then number 2 is to shrink it. So we want to reduce the size of the feeling with a calm down breath, right? And redo hurtful moments. And then the last one is share it. Go to a trusted person for help. And I really like this strategy. And again, it's Kimochis.com. You can look it up, and they do have free resources that are available for you to use. But what we want to do is teach our little ones to learn to regulate their emotions. A lot of the times, my kiddos in speech learn to use your words, and parents come back and tell me, oh, he's talking more now, but now he's just, having all these tantrums, and it's very difficult. So I wanted to talk a little more about tantrums and just for you as a parent to know that you're not alone. This happens very often, more than we think. You're not the only parent that's facing this, and it's okay. And I also wanted to share that there's different ways that we can help our child to regulate and learn to regulate his or her emotions. So as always, I want to start by, just kind of giving you like 5 keys here to look at when we're looking at our little ones' emotions. Number 1, we first want to make sure we validate their emotions. Therefore, it's important that we acknowledge that they're feeling happy, that they're feeling angry, that they're feeling uncomfortable, that they're being silly, like depending on whatever emotion it is, that we validate how they're feeling. I think that's the first thing that I wanted to share. Number 2, if we want to use this concept of the Kimochi style, right? Let's just use this example to kind of give a semi-structure of what we can think about when we're processing our feelings. Is that number 1, we want to be able to name the feeling that we're having, right? We want to be able to have our children say, I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm sick, right? Depending on what's going on. I mean, that's really important, right? When a child is sick and sometimes they can't even tell you that they're feeling ill. First, we want to teach them how to say or name their emotions. Now, again, I'm talking, this would apply for kids that are actually able to use their words and they're able to understand what we're talking about. We can't have these expectations for our kids that are nonverbal yet, right? But this Kimochi idea is that they do these different types of cards, and I will post a picture of that where they're showing the pictures of the different feelings, and that's a great resource for even our nonverbal little ones that can point to how they're feeling when they can still understand, but they're not verbally telling you. Maybe they can point to a feeling, and that would be a great resource. And that way we can teach them. Again, we can still teach the concept of what the feelings are. They have a lot of gestures in their face, and I think it's a great resource. I've been using it lately, and what we do is that we pretend to feel upset or mad, or make a silly face, and they have the faces, and we can imitate them. And also in those free resources, you have coloring pages where you can print them out and color them in, and that way you're first have to teach the child what these feelings look like, And even when they're doing the faces themselves when they're upset, I'm like, oh, are you mad? Because I see that you're mad, and you can make a mad face back, and it'll be fun if you're in that stage of seeing it as you're learning about the emotions, instead of being upset about, them being their tantrums, or when they're upset. Number 3, I want to go with this idea as well, to shrink it, right? We want to reduce the size of the feelings. Of course, when our little ones are discovering their emotions, it's a big deal, but we have to find ways to help them calm down, reduce the size of the feeling. And in this case, there's more details to it, but you can do it with simple, like, okay, let's take a moment, let's breathe in, let's breathe out. And you are the model. Remember that you as a parent are the model, the role model. So I know that is very difficult in situations like this. I'm not taking that away. And you might want to respond with, being upset as well. But I've been trying to coach my parents, please, if you can calm yourself down. If you need a moment and walk away and come back, then that's wise as well. The point is that you are completely calm, and that you are doing these things because you're the role model. You're the role model to the child, and the child is looking at you and seeing what you do. So therefore, we have to be calm, even though they're tantrum, they're having a meltdown, it's bad, but we have to stay calm. So we can do it as well with them, and breathe in and breathe out. Take a moment and just reduce the intensity of that particular moment and emotion. And maybe your child needs some space and some time. Sometimes we're not ready to talk about how we're feeling. Therefore, I always tell parents, if you can please maybe allow your child to cry for a moment, sit by them, of course, make sure they're safe. Again, make sure they're safe, but allow them to cry it out. And you, as the adult that's calm, that's by them, you tell them, I am here for you. Let me know when you're ready. When you're ready, we can start all over again. And you let me know when you're ready. And you just sit there quietly. And one of the key things here that I think is that, don't engage so much in like, stop that, don't cry, la la la, and all these dialogue, because that, and I assure you that if you start paying attention, when you start having this long, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be acting this way, it starts escalating even more. Therefore, you want to reduce that by you staying calm and allowing the child to cry. Make sure they're safe, but you just sit by them and you let them know, let me know when you're ready. I'm here for you, but I need you to calm down. Let me know when you're ready. And when you're ready, we can take a moment and breathe in and breathe out together. Mommy and daddy, or I'm right here by you. Number 4 would be to redo those hurtful moments, just like this card says, and give them the opportunity. Once they've calmed down, you can ask, are you ready now? For example, I'm going to use an example of one of our kiddos that we're working with. We're working with sharing crayons. Are you ready to share now? Are you ready to get your colors back? Are you ready? And then you can process that dialogue, and then you can breathe in together, breathe out, and then you can embrace them, hug them, and give them that affection that they need, and tell them, you have to use your words and say at that point, I don't like it when you act like this. It's not nice. And then we can go back to this theme of this card that I was sharing. All feelings are okay. It's okay to be mad, but it's not okay to hit your sister. And that would be a great opportunity to redo that moment. Can we try that again? Can you go give your hug to sister and tell her that you're sorry? And then you redo that moment and you teach them to say sorry as well. I think that's very important to do. Once again, these ideas come from the Kimochis website. So if you're interested, I will put the link below. And once again, there's a lot more to it. I work with little ones, with toddlers, so I'm just using the surface of what they have to offer. But there's a lot more you can do, and a lot more concepts. They have the key of communication, which is really awesome as well, that you might want to look into. And there's like 4 keys that they mention. For example, get someone's attention, use a talking voice, use talking face and body, and then choose helping words. So there's a lot more to this, and it's really awesome. And once again, I wanted to show their cute, let me see if we can see them. They're emojis, or I call them emojis, but they're kimochis. They call them kimochis, but they almost look like emojis. And you can see, you know, the different ones, and they have a lot more things that are available at their website that you can even purchase if you wanted to really work on this. And I think it's a great way to teach our kids about feelings and about regulating their own emotions. I hope this video was helpful for you. Have a great day.